Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's live. Today, we're going to be diving into a topic that many people experience, but few feel comfortable talking about, and that is hot flashes. Yes, we're talking about hot flashes today. So, if you've ever been caught in the middle of one, you know how uncomfortable they can be. And if you're in perimenopause or menopause, then you might be wondering why they're happening and what exactly you can do about them. Um, I think the misconception that we often have is that, you know, it is part of perimenopause, and it's basically the misconception that we just have to deal with it and it's just part of our life. But there are some strategies that you can actually implement that can help kind of tame them down or even resolve them. With that being said, I am April Blackford. I am a functional nutrition practitioner, and today we're going to talk about, like I said, hot flashes, why they happen, and most importantly, what you can do to stop or reduce them. And we're not just going to talk about masking the symptoms. We're going to explore real practical strategies to get to the root cause so that you can take control of your health. So grab some water and let's dive in. So first, let's talk about like understanding like what are hot flashes. Very basic. We're going to start with the basics. A hot flash is a sudden feeling of intense heat, often accompanied by sweating and oftentimes a rapid heartbeat. It will typically last from a few seconds to a couple of minutes and can leave you feeling flushed, overheated, uncomfortable, and most importantly, a little embarrassed if you're out in public. They most often occur in women going through perimenopause, which is the transition leading up to menopause, and as well as menopause. But they can also affect women at other stages of life, depending on hormone changes and certain health conditions. And then you ask yourself, why do hot flashes happen? Like, why do I have to deal with hot? Like, why me? Like, why me? Why do hot flashes have to happen? Hot flashes are primarily caused by hormonal fluctuation, specifically with estrogen levels, is what we're talking about here. So, estrogen is a key hormone that helps regulate body temperature. And as your estrogen levels drop, our body's thermostat, which is located in the hypothalamus, can oftentimes get confused, causing us to overheat. So, when your body senses that it's too hot, it activates a cooling mechanism, essentially sweating, to try to bring the temperature down quickly. So, in addition to fluctuating estrogen, there are other factors that contribute to hot flashes. It's just not just the estrogen, which I mean, that's a big component of it, but there are other contributing factors that can play a role with hot flashes. And obviously, the first one's going to be stress. Chronic stress can cause the body to release more adrenaline, which can actually trigger hot flashes. And then the second one would be dietary choices. So, certain foods like spicy foods, caffeine, and other sources can trigger heat sensations within the body. So, that can actually also trigger a hot flash. And then we have lifestyle factors. Lack of sleep, alcohol, and even something as simple as tight clothing can exacerbate the sensation of being overheated. So, I think we go through different phases of our life, and when we're younger, we can get away with a heck of a lot less sleep, or we can rebound from it. But when we start getting older, it tends to kind of hit us like a ton of bricks and have a much bigger impact on us with something as simple as, you hear it all the time of I need X amount of sleep, or I can't drink alcohol like I used to. Like it just has a much more profound effect on us now compared to when we were younger. Um, the last thing that can contribute to hot flashes would be other underlying health conditions. So some conditions like thyroid imbalance or certain medications can also contribute to hot flashes. Now, are hot flashes disrupting your day or night? You're not alone. I am guilty of I joked with my husband and I told him that I have a superpower. I have a superpower of I can think about a hot flash and actually have one. So it's like I can just like think and focus and I can actually have one. Now, what can you do to stop hot flashes? So now that we kind of understand what's happening with hot flashes and how they happen, let's talk about some simple solutions. The good news is that there are several natural and lifestyle-based strategies that can actually help reduce or eliminate hot flashes. The first one's going to be an obvious one, but it sounds obvious, but it's not as easy as it sounds. But the first one's going to be to balance your hormones. Because hot flashes are so strongly linked to hormone fluctuations, the first thing you want to address is hormone balance. There are a couple of natural ways that you can address hormone balance while you're kind of entering into perimenopause or even menopause. The first one would be to incorporate seed cycling. This is a natural technique where you eat specific seeds at different times of your menstrual cycle if you're still menstruating or during menopause, and you can actually do that during the moon phase. But seed cycling can help support estrogen and progesterone levels, which in turn can reduce symptoms like hot flashes. Another way would be to explore adaptogens. Adaptogens are herbs like ashwagandha, rhodiola, and holy basil. They actually help our body adapt to stress and support balanced hormone levels. They can help stabilize the adrenal system and reduce the intensity of hot flashes. One of the ones that you probably hear the most about and you see, kind of on most of the shelves in most stores would probably be ashwagandha. They market that as the stress reducing, calming adaptogen. The last one would be phytoestrogens. So, phytoestrogens are foods that contain plant-based estrogens like flax seeds, soy, and lentils, which can mimic the act of estrogen in the body and help with hormone regulation. Now, do phytoestrogen containing foods they contain plant-based estrogens, but do they actually like increase estrogen in the body? No, they can sometimes mimic the estrogen in the body, which in turn can kind of help minimize some of the symptoms that we experience while going through menopause. Um, Another way would be to reduce stress. So, since stress can trigger hot flashes, it's always essential to find ways to manage it. Some simple strategies will include deep breathing exercises. So, practicing deep belly breathing can help activate the parasympathetic nervous system, promoting relaxation and reducing the stress response. Meditation or mindfulness practices. These are great for reducing overall stress and calming the mind. If you're like me, I find the whole meditation Zen thing challenging. So if you've kind of got a busy brain or an active brain, sometimes using like the Calm app or guided meditation can help. Yoga or gentle stretching. These are activities that promote relaxation and can help reduce the frequency of hot flashes. Then you also have diet and nutrition. So surprisingly, I know this is new, maybe new news or maybe not, but our diet plays a huge role in how your body handles hormone fluctuations. So here are a couple tips that can help manage and reduce hot flashes. Eat more whole foods. I mean, that's kind of an obvious one. Focus on anti-inflammatory foods like vegetables, fruits, healthy fats such as avocado and olive oil. To help support hormone balance. Another thing would be to avoid triggers. For some women, caffeine, alcohol, and spicy foods can trigger or worsen hot flashes. So cutting back on these and kind of see if it makes a difference. I hear it from a lot of clients, there is a big association just with alcohol and hot flashes. So just kind of be mindful of the consumption there. Or if you're experiencing a lot of or high frequency of hot flashes or a lot of them, go a period of time with no alcohol, like cut booze for a period of time and just see if the hot flashes reduce and how you feel. And then maybe that will allow you to kind of enter back into a more manageable, relation. Well, I'm not saying relationship or a more manageable approach with alcohol in general. Stay hydrated. So dehydration can make hot flashes worse. So make sure you're drinking plenty of water throughout the day, which I know that's a no-brainer. Include omega-3 fatty acids. So these are healthy fats that are often found in fatty fish and chia seeds, which can help support hormone balance and reduce inflammation. Um, Also, lastly, also in addition is going to be sleep support. So getting restful sleep is going to be key in managing hot flashes. So hormone fluctuations often disrupt sleep, but here are a few things that you can do to improve your sleep quality. The obvious is going to be create a cool, comfortable sleep environment. So you want to keep your room cool and invest in a breathable bedding to reduce heat during the night. I stumbled on My husband was complaining that I had this giant stand fan. So I got this industrial ceiling fan that's super high powered that will like dry your eyes out. But I also had this big stand fan that was blowing in the room. And of course, he complained that he was cold. The dog was cold. Everybody's cold except for me. So I did invest. I bought a Vornado. It's a small but powerful nightstand fan that I have right on my nightstand that blows on my face. And whenever I first got it, my husband asked, Tom asked, he's like, "What is that?" I was like, "That's my menopause fan." Duh. So anyway, create a cool, comfortable sleep environment. Another thing would be herbal teas. So chamomile and lavender teas are known for their calming effects and can promote better sleep. Just something simple as like a tea routine at night, just a calming tea to kind of calm yourself before bed can help. Also, magnesium supplements. Magnesium is great for relaxing muscles and calming the nervous system, which can actually help improve sleep. My favorite I take every night is magnesium glycinate. That is my favorite, and I notice a day and night difference with sleep. Another thing that you can do is consider natural supplementation. So there are some natural supplements that have been known to help reduce hot flashes. So things like black cohosh is often used to reduce menopausal symptoms, specifically hot flashes. Um, Vitamin E. Vitamin E is known for its antioxidant properties and can help balance hormones. The Another one is evening primrose oil that contains essential fatty acids that support hormone balance. Another one is maca root. That one is often used to support estrogen, which in turn can help reduce hot flashes. But a bonus is that it also can increase libido. And as you're entering into perimenopause, it's kind of not a bad thing either. These natural strategies can be incredibly helpful if hot or severe interfere in life. Time to talk to you as a professional. You don't have to suffer in silence. It's embarrassing. We don't like talking about it. We don't like it. Um, but you don't have to suffer. A functional practitioner like myself can help you get to the root cause of your symptoms and offer personalized treatments such as comprehensive hormone testing or tailored supplementation to help ease your hot flashes. That is going to be it for today's live. I hope you learned some helpful strategies for managing hot flashes naturally. Remember, every woman's experience with hot flashes is going to be unique, and it may take a combination of these approaches to find what works best for you. If you're interested in learning more or want more personalized guidance, feel free to reach out. I'm here to help any way that I can. If anyone has any questions, drop them in the comment section. Would be happy to answer them. And also, lastly, if you found this helpful, please feel free to share it with a friend who might be going through the same thing. Thanks so much for